far be it from me to judge another human being. I mean, personally, if I was gonna say myself how good of a person I was out of 10, I'd say maybe a soft 4. I know I'm very lazy, I'm very gluttonous, unbelievably selfish, and too sexy for the good of anybody else around me. But even I know there are some lines that you don't step over. There are some bridges that you just shouldn't burn. But this fella that we're gonna be talking about today, well, he doesn't just burn those bridges. He takes a cuck on those bridges, leads a gaggle of orphans to stand on top of it, steals money from a charity and uses it as kindling, and sets the thing ablaze to burn through the night sky. He's kind of what I imagine a comic villain coming to life is like, except more evil, and I'll let him explain why.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth, and a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection, but I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children, and I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B, but only these 7 have kept these children.
I think this man needs a fire hose to the mouth and a chastity cage around his cock. 7 of anything is a lot. Saying I'm working for 7 days is excessive. Saying I have 7 cell phones is suspicious. Saying I have 7 bastard children that I don't want anything to do with is downright ludicrous. Your ballsack has nearly produced an entire starting 11 side. You've managed to pump more members than there are of One Direction. How are you forming a boy band unintentionally? That is so much goo. You have to be positively slipping in your own essence. I genuinely believe that you need a champagne cork inserted in you, because you're just leaking. It's simple to understand maybe 1 or 2 slip-ups. But 7, dude? You're not even trying to get out. Like, at that point, you're literally just going in and hibernating. And the cheek, the absolute cheek of him to say to the camera, I did not want any of these kids, blows my mind. Like, you're on your 7th. How did you not learn from the first one? Is your brain on a delay timer? This is the only conceivable way I can imagine this happening through his logic. Oh, damn, babe, I did it again. Shoot. Guess that's number 10. But I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just really accident prone. And I'm curious to see what his logic is as to why he doesn't have to look after a single one of those children.
But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me. Access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want.
Alright, yeah, no, chill, I get it. According to this oak, you can get away with anything as long as you say Nicky, not me. Like, if I get pulled over for drink driving and I explain to the officer on the scene, well, you see, officer, I actually drive better when I'm drunk, and they try to arrest me, I can simply say no. But if they still want to take me to court, I can simply tell the judge on the stand I did not want to be arrested. Therefore, Your Honor, I am not responsible. And furthermore, Your Honor, if that lady in the wheelchair didn't want to get hit, why was she sat in the middle of the sidewalk? I rest my case. Like, it's hilarious to me, by his own admission, he admits that he didn't wear any protection when sleeping with these women. So he's taken away the only leg that he could stand on. If I willfully engage in an activity and the results pan out in a way I don't want them to, that doesn't just cancel out the fact that I engaged in the activity. Of course, the women play a responsibility in this. They should have been more forceful. They should have said, you have to wear protection. But by that same logic, you could have said, well, I'm not sleeping with you if we're not wearing protection. So both parties are at fault. Both parties are responsible for the child. And you don't get to just stick your fingers in your ears and go, la 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 la, I'm not listening. No, I'm not saying that you have to be there physically or mentally, because you already seem like a massive asshole and it's probably best for them that you aren't there. But at the bare minimum, dude, you're gonna have to pay some money. Regardless of what you wanted to happen, the kid's alive. And regardless of what you think should happen, that kid needs financial support. All 7 of them do. So either get to work or abandon them. Run away to Nicaragua, change your name. But don't get on TikTok acting like you're the victim in this scenario. Like somehow we're meant to be sympathetic towards you. Oh, this poor guy, I feel so bad for him. He just can't stop slipping inside Bum Bum. Yeah, screw those baby mamas. Those children, screw them. This dude having to take responsibility, now that's the real victim here. For morbid curiosity reasons, let's hear what else he has to say.
And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children?
Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both were irresponsible that night. And yeah, I could have pulled out, and that's where you should have stopped talking. You just said you were both irresponsible. You just said you could have pulled out. But in your own words, I didn't. And somehow in your warped brain, even though you were both irresponsible, even though you both made the decision, and you alone decided not to pull out, it's only her responsibility. And don't even get me started on those comments about the children. Just because you don't respect the mothers doesn't mean you should respect the little babies. I don't like to use hyperbole, and I don't like to exaggerate. But even as a devout Muslim, you made me sick to my stomach. I hope you find Allah's forgiveness in your heart, because he sure as hell is gonna find you with his wrath. You're a genuine monster.
Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Hell yeah, dude. When I don't care about something, I too make a 2.5 minute long video. Hey, Michael, I'm just calling to let you know, I really don't care that you didn't invite me to your party. You know, it's my dad's funeral. Well, it still would have been nice to get an invitation. I think that last bit is the most telling, and not in like a TikTok tea way. I have a feeling he made this video to project some of the emotions that is welling up inside of him. Or the guilt, shame, and anger that's boiling around. Because unless this man has an IQ of -20, there is not a possible chance that he could think he's really in the right. And maybe he's just trying to self-justify and vocalize it out loud. Or maybe he was hoping to swing some people to see his point of view. But any reasonable person will note this man is awful. And he is almost certainly going to go to jail. See, there's these funny little things that kind of force your hand, you know, called laws. And one of those laws being that you have to pay child support payments on your kid. Now, seeing that he thinks he's not responsible, I'm assuming he hasn't paid one of his 7 baby mamas. Meaning he more than likely owes thousands. So to put it very politely and very kindly, dude, if you get caught, you're absolutely fucked. Like, you didn't just ignore one law, you broke it multiple times and then purposely ran off. So I hope for your sake, that video you recorded on your phone is a burner, because you can get tracked, my dude. Word of advice to any of you young folk out there, wrap up. I know it sucks, it's like being in a beautiful rainstorm in a heavy coat. You just want to dance around and let the droplets fall on your tongue. But unless you're willing to do the time, or unless you're willing to run very, very far, I'd be heavy dutying your wood. But speaking of heavy duties, why don't you do the opposite? A nice little light and easy task by legally subscribing to Deano. That's all I have to say on the matter, boyos. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.